This is Football Talks. Welcome along to another transfer update, everybody. Everything going on with the Premier League, we have got you covered right now. And there is one hot topic at the moment. And it has come from La Liga, which actually has an impact on the Premier League and Manchester United and Liverpool in particular, which is the Nico Williams turning down the possibility. Well, he hasn't turned it down. It's the fact that Barcelona's financial mess has still managed to hamper them in the transfer window. Even though they've got more of a green light now with their credit over in La Liga, they haven't been able to register Nico Williams. He signed a new deal for Bilbao. Deal off. Romano confirmed it. He also confirmed that the next two targets, so plan B for Barcelona, would be either Luiz Diaz from Liverpool or Marcus Rashford from Manchester United. Now, we know that they have been targets for Barcelona alongside Nico Williams from the start of this transfer window, but everybody turned towards Nico Williams thinking with Barcelona in contact with Bilbao willing to do that deal, that was where it was going to go. That deal not happening now definitely impacts what Barcelona do next. Now, Liverpool have stood firm with both Bayern Munich and with Barcelona, telling both clubs no. He is not for sale, Luiz Diaz. That is not going to happen. So, where do they go from there if that deal? Do they go back in with a bigger offer, trying to tempt him away? Quite clearly, they cannot register Nico Williams for a deal just over 50 million. And so, how the hell are they going to take Luiz Diaz away from Liverpool? I think Diaz is a better player than Nico Williams. They're going to have to pay Liverpool more. Liverpool are in a miles better financial position than what, say, Bilbao were. But are quite happy to keep Diaz. They've said this all along, and it's going to be a deal that I don't think Barca are going to be able to get. Look, they're competing against each other for the Champions League. Liverpool are quite happy to keep Diaz there. I don't see them giving any favour at all to Barcelona in this situation. It's going to have to take an absolutely stupendous bid, which we now know Barca cannot make. So what does that do to that deal? It kind of KOs it and pushes Barcelona across to option 3, which luckily for Manchester United fans is Marcus Rashford. I can only see them now being able to pursue Marcus Rashford. If he is their third choice target, which we have known it to kind of be, behind the likes of, obviously, Nico Williams and Luiz Diaz, then Marcus Rashford's situation, the cheapest of all of the options, and a point to prove, could work out to be great for Barcelona. They can get a cheaper deal. And, obviously, for Manchester United, not going to stand in their way as long as the deal is right in signing Marcus Rashford. So, realistically, Barcelona are going to have a massive impact here on a few big players in the Premier League. It does now look like everything's aligning for Marcus Rashford more than anything else. Look, they may try and work some kind of deal in for Diaz. I just feel like the proof is there in them not being able to register Nico Williams. How the hell are they going to be able to afford and register Diaz? The cheapest option is Marcus Rashford. And all talk now is between what happens at Manchester United with the Marcus Rashford situation. They don't want him back. Ruben Amorim doesn't want him anywhere near the squad, even for pre-season. So, do they push on the Bayern Munich side of things? Do they then go down the road of Barcelona now being clear Rashford's preferred choice? And it has been said that Rashford would be willing to actually take a pay cut to go to Barcelona to facilitate this move. United standing firm on wanting to get rid of Marcus Rashford. There has even been talks behind the scenes at Manchester United that Manchester United would even contribute to the wages of Marcus Rashford to get him out of the door as long as they got their preferred transfer fee. How that works, I have no idea. That is just something I've never seen before. But this is how desperate United are to get him out. He is desperate to move. His number one choice is Barcelona. The pathway is clear. Do Barca attack the loan option because it's cheaper? Or do they go for a permanent deal and take Marcus Rashford? And that dream move could all of a sudden happen because everything that's happened over the last couple of days, particularly with this Williams deal from Barcelona crashing down and falling through, it could just work out absolutely perfect and is now ready-made at exactly the right time as pre-season training starts again next week for most European clubs for Rashford to waltz across over to Barcelona and make that dream move happen. Could well be. It's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on, Marcus Rashford, with wherever he goes. But we do know that he's also interested in Bayern Munich and Barcelona as his preferred option. So there's two big clubs, both wanting Marcus Rashford now, both wanting a left-sided attacker, and obviously he is there ready to go. I cannot believe how lucky he is, but this could have just worked out perfect for him. So Rashford on to Bayern Munich or Barcelona, or do you think that Barcelona could somehow convince Liverpool to let Luiz Diaz go? I don't think so, but you talk to me in the chat, everybody. Let me know what you think as well on that one. Moving on to Arsenal's pursuit of a forward. Is it Gyökeres? Is it Sesko? It still continues and goes on. But the other news for Arsenal fans to get excited about is actually the potential of bringing Rodrygo to the Emirates Stadium. Now, nothing is going to happen while the Club World Cup is going on. Obviously, Real Madrid are still competing and are in the quarterfinals. That will be all done by the end of next week. And then it is thought that Arsenal, and reports coming out from Dario AS, as obviously a big publication over there in Madrid, and that is driven by Spanish media, of course, so you can take this with whatever dressing you want, whether it be a pinch of salt or you know what I mean. It's Spanish reports at the end of the day. But we know that the rumour has been going around, and we know that obviously there has been plenty of talk around Real Madrid wanting Rodrygo out. Likewise, he's not happy with the situation. Was waiting to see what happened when Xabi Alonso went in. Would the environment change? It doesn't look like it's going to, and Rodrygo is happy to leave Real Madrid. The report, which is where I think it kind of breaks down a little bit, says that Arsenal are willing to go in excess of the 90 million euros that Real Madrid want. First of all, why would you go in excess of 90 million? Why don't we just meet the 90 million if you know that's what it's going to get? Why would you want to pay more? And I'm sorry, no, Arsenal are not going to pay that much for Rodrygo. I don't think they would go that far. Is he that good a player? I mean, that's a debate to have as well. I mean, get into the comment section. Is Rodrygo worth spending more than 70 million quid on? He's a fantastic player. Does he fit into what Arsenal want to do? I mean, on that left-hand side there, what you're saying, it's up for him and Martinelli to fight over. Trossard obviously plays there as well. Nobody's going to replace Bukayo Saka. That's locked down on the right-hand side. So Rodrygo against Martinelli. Are Arsenal fans happy that they are going for Rodrygo and not finalising this striker deal? Victor Gyökeres has turned down 2 more Saudi Arabian pro teams as well. He is waiting, and the reports of him signing for Arsenal on the 5-year deal, I don't know if that's just a verbal agreement if it comes to it, but where are you at if you're Victor Gyökeres right now? You're turning down clubs left, right and centre, and Arsenal, in fact, have just not, I don't feel, convincingly enough gone for Victor Gyökeres. They want Sesko, and Sesko's number 1. So Gyökeres is getting a taste of his own medicine right now by having to sit and wait to see what Arsenal want to do. He's obviously told Manchester United and other clubs he wants Arsenal first of all, but Arsenal don't want him. It's a weird scenario, and it obviously will get rectified soon because we know that Manchester United are also in for a striker, and that could be Victor Gyökeres. They're willing to sell Rasmus Højlund now to Inter Milan. Could United go for Benjamin Sesko if Arsenal do choose, obviously, Victor Gyökeres? It is a big triangle, and that, I feel, is one to keep an eye on, and definitely. But Rodrygo to Arsenal, that is one I can't get my head around. I don't think Arsenal need to spend that much money on that player. I think they're all right. You put a striker in to the Arsenal side, a proper striker, and then you're moving. But then again, it's Rodrygo, and he is absolute quality. So if you can get both, that's a scary Arsenal side if that happens anyway. Get into the comments and let me know. That is your update on the 4th of July, Friday. The weekend is here. Maybe we'll get some more action. Pre-season starts next week. So I think a lot of clubs actually trying to make some moves and get things done now. So let's see how that affects the weekend ahead. But get your comments in below. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button as well if you're enjoying the updates on all the videos. And of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, everybody. Right there, up on your screen right now. We love the support. Hit that button. Thank you, everybody. I will see you all later on.